Yo, what's up guys? I just wanted to talk briefly about the Gwen builds and if anything changed after the recent Gwen adjustments. So let's get into it. And guys, before the video starts, I'm getting so close to 10k subs, so if you like the video, be sure to sub. Anyways, enjoy. Also, I just started doing coaching, so if you're interested, join the Discord, link in the description. First thing people keep telling me is to go Doran's Blade with lethal tempo. I don't think the setup's good at all. Going aggressive laning runes with Doran's Blade, it just doesn't work because the second you hit level 2, having Doran's Ring is just better. Because your Q scales with AP, your E also scales with AP now, and they even buff the ratio on it. So having Doran's Blade is only good level 1, and after that, just completely shit for the rest of the game. So I just recommend going Doran's Ring and Q start like 80% of the time. Some matchups, if you're versus like a ranged champ and they try zoning you off, you can just start E and kind of run at them and trade them back, fight them back a little bit. If you're playing versus most melee top laners, Q start's better because you can hit them while they hit the wave. E start isn't as powerful as it used to be. Like, it's obviously better than last patch, but old Gwen with E start and lethal tempo D-Blade would just completely shit on every top laner, even Darius. You would just win level 1. But even if you do that now, it's just not as strong as it used to be. So yeah, I'd recommend just going Doran's Ring, Q start most of the matchups, E start if you're versus like a Jax who's gonna zone you off, or like a ranged matchup or something like that. Like I've been going E start a lot versus Jace. I will just sit in the third bush and Jace walks up to the wave, I E start and I just run them, trade like 60% of his health, and then push the wave in, get level 2 and kill him. Starting Q in jungle is also better than starting E. It's a bit faster. Alright, for builds, in top lane, most of the games, I am always going Nashor's Riftmaker. Unless you get super ahead, then in that case, I guess you could go like the full AP builds with Shadow Flame, Rabadons, Lichbane, Void Staff, something like that. If you're even or even slightly ahead, slightly behind, Riftmaker is just always better. Because Gwen now feels so squishy, like Gwen gets completely one-tapped mid to late game. Because they nerfed the HP scaling and they nerfed your W resist super hard. So building, like, stacking a bunch of AP doesn't actually help that much. It doesn't give as much value as it used to. That's why I'm preferring to go Riftmaker and kind of go like bruiser / utility items. Like I'm going Nashor's, Riftmaker, Lichbane, and then Rabadon's 4th. This build just feels super nice at 3 items. Like you have Lichbane movement speed, you have a bunch of CDR, you have the on hit from Lichbane as well, on hit from Nashor's Tooth, and the healing from Riftmaker. It's just perfect synergy and you're not squishy and you're still doing a bunch of damage and you just stick on top of people. So I'm really liking this build in top and in jungle as well. Obviously, I haven't played a bunch of games because the ban rate's so high. But like, from the games I played, full AP feels bad unless you're really, really ahead in top lane. And then Riftmaker just feels good. Defensive stats are just more OP this season on Gwen. If they have like more tanky team comps, I'm going CDR boots. And if they have more squishies, I'm just going Sorks. Plated good into Assassins. Like, obviously, if they're heavy AD or heavy AP, then Bertrits versus, like, Steel Caps, right? If defensive boots aren't that good, then Lucidities or Sorks feel really nice. Oh, yeah. For runes, I think Biscuits and Cosmic is still really good in lane. But going Resolve Tree is fine, to be honest. Like, you can go Conditioning Overgrowth just for the extra health and resist. It makes it a lot easier to play mid-game. So I'd either choose between Resolve second or Inspiration with Biscuits Cosmic Insight. I'm still always going to prefer Biscuits because, like, it gives you a bit more sustain and, like, outplay opportunities. If you're just playing the scale, then the Resolve secondary is pretty nice. In jungle, I'm taking 3 boots and I'm taking Approach Velocity every game. And I'm going Red Smite. This setup feels so good on jungle. I think jungle actually feels better than top right now, just because of the setup. You can just go Red Smite and just run people down, and you have insane damage because, you know, Red Smite bonus damage. Since the changes, I wouldn't take Blue Smite as much because you don't really need the movement speed, you kind of just need the extra damage. And for jungle builds, you can either go the top lane build I was mentioning. That still feels nice. You could also go full AP on jungle. It's better on jungle than top because jungle you get more resources. So you can actually like stay items ahead of people and levels ahead and actually have enough stats to stay alive while one-shotting people. There's also another build, Lichbane, Rabadons. This is the Gwen mid build that Soul was doing, but it's also decent on jungle. A lot more burst damage, clears about the same speed. Honestly feels really good into squishies, but not so good into tanks. I'm still banning Garen top lane, by the way. I'm banning Garen top lane because they nerfed him, sure, but the part of him that they nerfed doesn't really affect Gwen. The main thing Gwen doesn't like is he executes you at half health, and he can just chunk you and run away with face rush and then kill you afterwards. So I'm still going to ban Garen on top lane, and for jungle, Bel'Veth or Kha'Zix, ideally. I think Kha'Zix just got buffed, so you might want to consider banning him more. Bel'Veth's also, like, rarely seen. Nobody really plays it. So probably ban Kha'Zix on jungle. Now, does Gwen still scale? I'm gonna say, Gwen's more of a snowball-y champ, right? You're a lot stronger in early fights now. You can invade more. You do objectives a little faster, I believe. And now that your E is so short cooldown, you can E over walls a lot more frequently as well. So Gwen jungle just feels a lot better early. Still scales well with the red smite bonus damage. And yeah, if you can just stay up gold on people, your champ is really broken. Top lane's fine, but for me it feels like in top lane, it feels harder to get a big enough lead to like carry the game. Because before you could just get a lead and just literally run at people 1v5 and kill them. Doesn't feel like you can do that anymore. You just get one shot completely. And if you go the Riftmaker build so you don't get one shot, then you don't have enough damage. So I think we're mainly playing Gwen as like an early game, win your lane on early game or get a lead on jungle early game and play more of like a snowball-y playstyle, kind of like an Echo instead of like Shyvana where you just perma farm and don't do anything. So try to go for more plays early. But yeah, overall the top lane matchups got a lot better early. The jungle matchups also got a lot better early. You're not getting invaded as much. And even if you do get invaded, you can probably kill them, to be honest. But yeah, this is what I think so far at least. If I have any crazy adjustments to my build or whatever, I'll let you guys know, but the more games I play, the more I'll figure stuff out. Hopefully people stop banning it eventually, but it is kind of strong right now.